World of family court, truth and emotion collide like nowhere else. From shocking confessions to acts of pure compassion, these cases reveal what justice looks like when real lives hang in the balance. Today, we revisit the top 3 courtroom moments that left audiences speechless, where lies were exposed, promises were honored, and lessons were learned the hard way. You're watching Judge Bench, where every gavel strike tells a story. Subscribe now and step inside the courtroom where real people face real consequences.
Okay, Miss Allen, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
How old are the kids?
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Well,
Rise for support court with Judge Van D.B. Today's case, Allen versus Allen, unfolds in a courtroom filled with tension and heartbreak. A sister steps forward, not to accuse a stranger, but her own blood. Her sibling dropped off 2 children 9 months ago and never came back. The courtroom falls silent as the truth begins to surface. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Judge Bench, where real-life cases meet powerful lessons about justice, responsibility, and family.
I mean, tell me the story. Like, what
so
happened?
for one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, is, attending school at night. And I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out. But she hasn't come back for them, nor does she.
Ms. Allen explains how it all began. A simple summer visit turned into full-time parenting. Her sister asked her to watch her niece and nephew for the summer, but that summer never ended. Now, 9 months later, she's caring for 2 children she didn't give birth to, without any help, emotional or financial. Despite her frustration, her words carry compassion. I love my niece and nephew, she says, but I need help. Her calm tone hides the quiet exhaustion of an unexpected mother.
To give any financial support. So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay.
The judge listens carefully, her expression unreadable. Then, she turns to the other sister, the biological mother. What comes next shocks everyone in the courtroom. With chilling simplicity, the woman admits, I just decided I don't want to have kids. The judge pauses, stunned. The air shifts. Even in a courtroom accustomed to conflict, this level of detachment feels different, almost unreal. How could a mother so easily abandon her children, both under the age of 7?
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and, I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but, if she needs my help and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also. So
all right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well.
Judge Van D.B. struggles to process what she's hearing. You already had them. She reminds the woman, they're yours, but the mother remains calm, emotionless. I just don't want the responsibility anymore. It's a sentence that cuts through the courtroom like a blade. The sister in the witness chair lowers her gaze, holding back tears. The judge knows what the audience is thinking. Motherhood isn't something you walk away from. Not like this.
I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours.
The judge presses further, hoping there's a reason, some trauma, some moment of despair behind this decision. Did something happen? She asks. The woman shakes her head. No, I just want to focus on my career. She's studying fashion, chasing dreams of success, yet leaving behind 2 innocent lives in the process. The judge reminds her that priorities can't erase parenthood, but logic doesn't always reach a heart that has already turned away.
Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister?
Questions continue. Were you dating someone? The judge asks. Yes, she admits softly. But the man didn't want children around. The puzzle begins to fit together. Perhaps love, or the illusion of it, became stronger than the bond of motherhood. The judge senses regret beneath her coldness, but it's buried deep. What was once a family now feels fractured, replaced by excuses and detachment. The sister watching listens quietly, the hurt written all over her face.
Child support to take care of your children. I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone, you make $40,000.
Judge tries to reason with her. You can still make it right. Go get your kids. But the mother's response is chillingly casual. They've been there so long. Maybe it's best. The sister can't stay silent anymore. It's just easier for her if I have them. Her outburst echoes what everyone feels. Disbelief, anger, heartbreak. The judge leans forward, her tone firm but compassionate. Easier for her, but not fair for you. And definitely not fair for those children.
$1 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want to... What are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on
getting asked about finances? The mother claims she can't afford child support. She makes $40,000 a year, lives alone, and yet refuses to help her sister financially. The judge is visibly unimpressed. You dumped the kids on her and don't even want to pay for them? The courtroom grows tense as the judge reminds her. Responsibility doesn't end just because you walked away. Her decision may have been emotional, but the law demands accountability.
Your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for...
Still, the mother insists she just can't afford it. The judge responds sharply. You thought you could come in here, abandon your kids, and not pay support. Silence follows. The judge's patience wears thin, not from anger, but disbelief. The sister sits quietly, trying to stay composed. Her only wish is to keep the children safe, but she can't do it alone in this moment. The courtroom isn't just about law, it's about morality.
The summer when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up. Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and it
kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
No.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
Judge continues calculating fairness. You said you make $40,000 a year. The woman nods, and $80 for health insurance. The math begins. The law is clear. Financial duty follows parenthood. The judge's tone softens slightly. At least keep them insured, she says. It's a small step, but one that ensures the children's safety. Behind the numbers lies a painful truth. Love can't be forced, but responsibility can be enforced.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just...
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
Well, no. It's just... I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day.
The courtroom feels heavier now. The mother stares blankly as the judge explains her obligation. You'll pay your sister child support, the judge says firmly. The woman sighs, as though inconvenienced. But my priority is school, she whispers. The judge replies, your sister's priority is your children. Those words strike hard. They highlight what's been missing all along, not money, but maternal care.
You have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know, because myself, I'm a parent and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back.
Its calculations continue. The mother learns her monthly support will total $700. Her expression freezes. I can't afford it, she repeats, but the judge has heard enough. Make it work, she insists. You put your sister in this position. Now you'll help her carry it. The gavel hasn't dropped yet, but the verdict is clear. A mother cannot unmake her own children. The sister nods quietly, grateful yet saddened by what justice truly costs.
It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person.
Right.
Which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that
The judge turns to the topic of the children's fathers. Where are they? She asks. The answers are vague and uncertain. One father is somewhere, the other comes around sometimes. It's a story to common, absent parents leaving their children to be raised by others. The judge's eyes show disappointment, a mother uninterested. To fathers missing, and one aunt forced to hold everything together.
go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her. For me to have them, basically.
And this is what you're okay with doing?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you make...
Are you okay? The judge asks gently. For a brief moment, the mother's voice trembles. Yes. But her eyes say something else. Confusion. Perhaps guilt. The judge slows her words. You understand what's happening here, right? The mother nods, but her distant tone lingers. It's unclear whether she truly grasps the weight of her actions or if she's already detached from the life she left behind.
$40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80? Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support.
The numbers finalize. $40,000 yearly income, $80 in health insurance, $700 monthly child support. The law has spoken. The judge carefully explains each detail to make sure there's no misunderstanding. The mother nods, saying she understands. Yet her lack of emotion sends chills through the courtroom. The sister, who never asked for motherhood, now carries both love and burden, her reward for compassion.
You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think
I need to hear this.
they're doing okay and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have...
When asked if she's upset with her sister, the mother simply says, no. Her indifference is almost haunting. Judge Van Diebe looks between the two women, one selfless, one detached. Your sister hasn't done anything wrong, the judge reminds her. The silence that follows feels final. The bond of sisterhood remains, but it's fragile, tested by choices that no family should ever face.
This is the 7-year-old's dad.
He's somewhere, I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of every...
Miss Allen, exhausted but composed, thanks the judge. No further questions, Your Honor. It's the sound of quiet relief. The judge nods with empathy, dismissing both parties. The gavel falls, case closed, but for the sister left behind, it's only the beginning. 2 small children will look up to her not as aunt, but as mom. The burden is heavy. But love has already filled the void where responsibility should have been.
Thing that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
As the courtroom empties, the weight of what just happened lingers in the air. The judge has seen countless cases, but few as heartbreaking as this: a mother's detachment, a sister's sacrifice, and to innocent children caught between them. It's a reminder that not every battle in court is between enemies. Sometimes it's between family and abandonment.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you made $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50.
This case forces viewers to ask themselves a difficult question. What defines a parent? Biology or love? The sister didn't give birth, yet she's the one feeding, teaching, and nurturing the children. Her actions speak louder than any title. The court may have ordered financial support, but the real judgment lies in the moral strength of those who stay when others walk away.
So then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Judge Van Diebe leaves the bench. The lesson echoes beyond the courtroom. Parenthood is a lifetime vow, not a temporary role. The Allen case shows us that love, not obligation, builds a family, and sometimes the heroes are the ones who never asked to be. If you believe in stories that reveal truth and heart, like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Judge Bench for more real-life courtroom dramas that remind us what justice truly means.
Judge Van Diebe Court now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1005, Huxtable versus Huxtable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Huxtable, you brought this case before.
Rise for support court with Judge Van Diebe. Today's case is Huxtable versus Huxtable, a rare moment of peace in family court where a divorced couple walks in, not to fight, but to formalize their agreement. Mr. Huxtable explains he already pays $1.00 every month to his ex-wife Jennifer for their 3-year-old child. They simply want it in writing. It's a sign of maturity, responsibility over resentment. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Judge Bench for more real courtroom stories turned into powerful lessons.
The court, what's going on?
Yes, so my ex-wife Jennifer and I have currently a verbal agreement regarding support of our child. I pay $1,000 a month to her, and I'm just coming today to formalize that and put it in writing.
Oh, okay. So you guys pretty much have an agreement.
Van Diebe listens carefully. It's not often she sees the people in agreement before the hearing even begins. Both confirm that child support has been consistent, and now it's time to make it official. The judge reminds them that verbal agreements hold no legal power. If it's not written down, it's not enforceable. By choosing to formalize their promise, the Huxtables show how cooperation can turn a tense situation into a moment of peace and accountability.
Already worked out.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, good. Who pays health insurance for the child?
I currently
does.
pay health insurance.
Okay, how much do you pay?
$259 a month.
Okay, how old is the child?
The child's 3.
Okay, are you all already divorced, or are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Huxtable mentions that he also covers health insurance for their child, $159 each month. It's a gesture of commitment that doesn't go unnoticed. Their child, only 3 years old, has both parents ensuring stability. In this courtroom, there's no shouting or finger pointing, just mutual respect. Judge Van Diebe praises their sense of duty and underscores a valuable truth. Agreements built on trust work best when the law gives them structure.
All right. It's good to see that the two of you can work this out. And that's very much so the reason why you come to court, to put that agreement in writing, because if it's not in writing, it's not enforceable. So as of right now, let's say hypothetically he chose not to pay the amount that you guys agreed on.
As the judge finalizes the details, she double checks with both parties. Is there anything else they'd like included? She explains how even small things, like calling the child or paying for extracurriculars, can be added to avoid confusion later. The couple nods, revealing they've already been splitting activity costs evenly. Their daughter, a little ballerina, has parents who work together behind the scenes, proving that divorce doesn't have to mean division.
Nothing you can do to actually enforce that against him. So it's good that you guys came to court to put that in writing. So I'm going to honor the agreement between the two of you. Child support is set at $1,000 a month, and the health insurance of $259 a month will also remain in place. Just make sure you maintain the health insurance on the child.
The court finalizes the order: $1,000 monthly child support and $259 for health insurance. It's now an official agreement, fair, balanced, and lawful. Judge Van Debe reminds them that communication is the key to avoiding future court visits. Her courtroom, often filled with arguments, feels lighter today. The Huxtables show that when parents cooperate, everyone, especially the child, wins.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that you all wanted to put in your agreement?
Not on my side.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you all sure? I mean, you're already here. You don't want to have to come back and,
Just not what would an example?
Case concludes. The judge addresses the audience. What viewers have just witnessed, she explains, is how a family matter can be resolved without hostility. When parents set aside pride and focus on their children, peace becomes possible. The Huxtables case is a model for every separated family, demonstrating that fairness and respect are stronger than conflict.
Put that in writing.
You
can talk about if the child is involved in extracurricular activities, you want to put that in there. I mean, it's kind of up to you.
We've been splitting all of the extracurriculars and things like that, so...
Yeah, she's a little ballerina.
Okay, how old is she?
3.
3, okay. So since you all have been splitting the cost of the extracurricular activity, that should be in there as well. Okay. All right, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Closing. Judge Van Debe leaves a lasting message. It's not that difficult. Folks, her words echo through the courtroom. If the parents can agree without fighting, others can too. Less litigation means more love, more stability, and more growth for the child. If you know someone facing a similar situation, share their story. It might just inspire others. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Judge Bench for more real courtroom lessons turned into stories of hope and justice.
Well,
he's here.
Okay, all right.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. Thank you for showing up for court.
Thank you.
This time.
Yeah. Listen, he showed up.
Okay.
Regardless.
I'm nice. It's a good day.
He showed up. He's here today. He's going to have his opportunity to have his day in court, just like you did. Okay? Now,
Today's case on Support Court with Judge Van Debe. Tension brews as familiar faces return to the courtroom. Miss Mercy stands once again before the bench, this time claiming that the father of her children, Mr. Cotty, is hiding income to avoid paying fair child support. Judge Vonda, known for her calm but firm demeanor, prepares to untangle the truth. Before we begin this unfolding drama of deception, evidence, and parental responsibility, don't forget to hit subscribe and join our growing family here on Judge Bench, where real cases meet real consequences.
so what's going on?
He just really doesn't like the child support payments. I'm still having a hard time getting a hold of him. We discussed visitation and shared custody. He's not picking the kids up on his days, but he's out on social media, story going wild.
Okay, so why are you back here today? I guess I'm a little confused.
Room atmosphere is serious yet charged. Judge Vonda opens with routine formality, confirming case number 1016. But Mercy wastes no time. She insists that the father has been dodging responsibility, not only financially but emotionally. Her frustration runs deep. She claims he avoids communication and skips scheduled custody days. Yet, what grabs the judge's attention isn't just the complaint, it's Mercy's tone. Behind her words lies a sense of betrayal. The court, however, demands more than emotion, it needs proof. And what Mercy brings next will shock everyone in the room.
Are you trying to make him pay more?
Yes.
Okay, the last time you were here, you brought in some receipts that really didn't prove that he made more money. What do you have today?
Okay, so yes, I do have some proof about his income now. I knew he wasn't going to give that proof to me, so I catfished him and I hit him up.
Mercy presents what she calls undeniable evidence proof of Cotty's hidden income. But when the judge asks where she got it, Mercy confesses something unexpected. She created a fake online profile named Marissa to lure Cotty into revealing the truth. The courtroom stirs. Even Judge Vonda pauses, raising an eyebrow at the audacity. Mercy claims her digital deception was necessary, that Cotty never shares real information. The question now lingers in the air. Is this clever investigation or digital entrapment? The line between truth-seeking and manipulation begins to blur.
Under profile, Marissa. You remember Marissa?
No, I don't know the Marissa.
Oh, okay. You had a lot to say to Marissa. So, Your Honor,
wait a minute. So you created a fake account by the name of Marissa, and he was telling Marissa how much money he makes?
He fell for the bait.
Isn't that illegal, Your Honor?
Cotty sits quietly as Mercy explains her elaborate scheme. Through Marissa, she says, Cotty bragged about earning thousands weekly. She insists these weren't assumptions. She's got screenshots to prove it. Judge Vonda, ever the professional, asks the key question. Are you sure it was him? Mercy nods confidently, claiming she knows how he guards his phone. But Cotty looks stunned. He insists she's mistaken. The room falls tense. Was he really careless online? Or has Mercy crossed a line that might undermine her credibility in court?
Which part?
All of it.
No. We'll get to you in just a second because I have a lot of questions just based off of that. Marissa. So allegedly, he told Marissa all of this information about how much money he makes. Are you sure it was actually him and somebody wasn't using his account?
No, it was him.
How do you know?
Mercy tells the judge Cotty earns nearly $4. Zero a week, a far cry from the previous claim of $20,000 she once made. The judge reviews the papers, trying to separate fact from exaggeration. If true, the income boost could mean higher child support payments. But Cotty finally speaks up. Calm yet firm, he insists it's not that simple. The so-called proof, he says, came from a social media post run by his assistant, not him personally. The courtroom braces as truth and excuses collide head-on under the judge's steady gaze.
Because he protects that phone like his life depended on it.
Okay.
I have assistants, Your Honor, that run my social media account.
Okay. 1 second. Now, what do you have?
So I thought he made $20,000 a week.
$20,000. I remember that you said he made $20,000 a week, and I thought that was a bit extreme for a baker.
It was. It was a little.
Judge Vonda asks Cotty directly about this assistant. He explains that as a local rapper, he relies on others to manage his online presence. His shows, Spotify plays, and small concerts form his income, roughly $60,000 a year. The judge takes notes, pressing for details. Mercy interrupts, visibly frustrated, but the judge silences her. Respect and patience are non-negotiable in this courtroom. Cotty continues he runs a small label and hosts weekend bake sales as fundraisers. It's an odd mix of beats and baked goods, but Judge Vonda has heard stranger things.
Extreme. So he actually makes $4,000 a week, and I've got that proof right here for you.
Okay. All right, so that's an additional, if true, it's an additional $16,000 a month. Let's look through here. Okay. And you're wanting an increase of his child support.
As Cotty outlines his business ventures, Mercy can't hold back laughter. Judge Vonda quickly intervenes, reminding her this is court, not comedy hour. Cotty explains the fundraisers support his label, not his personal pocket. The judge listens but remains skeptical. She asks whether this business is properly registered. Cotty replies that it's a sole proprietorship, no separate legal entity. The judge sighs. Without records, everything blurs together. Business or personal? Until proven otherwise, the law considers it all income. Mercy's expression softens. She knows that statement could work in her favor.
You do this much talking? Hold on, I'll get to you in a minute. I'll get to you in a minute. So you want an increase of his child support based on these captions about $4,000? Oh, he actually said it. Okay. Again, allegedly, because he said he has an assistant. So Let me make sure I write this down. 16.
Judge Vonda continues questioning. Do you have paperwork? Tax returns? Bank records? She asks. Cotty hesitates. His answer lands heavy. I didn't know I had to bring that. The courtroom shifts uncomfortably. Ignorance of court procedure rarely helps one's case. The judge reminds him that the documents were clearly listed in his summons. He shrugs apparently. He was performing at a concert when served. Mercy shakes her head. The judge notes his casual attitude and warns him that without evidence, she must assume the money is his. Cotty's silence says everything.
$1,000 additional to the $60,000 that you already said he makes. Okay, all right. The $60,000 a year is 16,000. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him? Because you were here the last time, so I heard a lot of what you said, and I have my notes here in front of me.
When asked about taxes, Cotty drops a bombshell he hasn't filed in 3 or 4 years. Gasps echo through the courtroom. Judge Vonda doesn't miss a beat. Calmly, she tells him that while she's not the IRS, his failure to file means his financial credibility is weak. Mercy sits taller, convinced she's won this battle. But Vonda reminds them both this isn't about punishment. It's about fairness. Without proof that the income belongs to his business, the law must count it as personal. The gavel of reality begins to fall.
I really want to hear from Dad.
Yeah, I do too, since he decided to show up today.
Listen, he showed up. Again, he showed up.
You're right, you're right.
Didn't we have this conversation?
Right, he's here.
You were here the last time when we talked about you being petty. Y'all wrote it down.
Very petty.
Little bag. Yes, we're not going to be petty today. We're going to give him an opportunity to speak because he wasn't here the last time, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Now, Cotty tries one last angle. What if I stop doing my fundraisers? He asks. The judge, unimpressed, shakes her head. Income can't be erased overnight for convenience. Courts base support on ability to earn, not temporary choices. Mercy can't hide her grin, but Judge Vonda swiftly stops her. She warns that pettiness has no place here. The focus must remain on the children. Both parents exchange looks of quiet resentment. The judge's message is clear: responsibility isn't optional. And emotional warfare only hurts the kids they both claim to love.
Sir, would you spell your last name for me?
Yes, Your Honor. Cotty.
All right. Is it Cotty?
Cotty.
Okay. Mr. Cotty.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
What's
Honor.
going
Excuse me.
on? What's going on? And when I'm asking that question, I'm not looking for, what happened in your relationship and went wrong. We've already established that. There's a court.
The tension thickens. Cotty insists he takes the children to doctors and dentists, but Mercy counters that he rarely sees them. Judge Vonda seeks clarity: where do the kids actually live? Cotty hesitates before admitting they primarily stay with their mother. That simple yes solidifies Mercy's custodial status. Child support law follows the primary caregiver, and Cotty's words just sealed that fact. The judge moves on methodically, ensuring that every financial detail is documented and that both parents understand what true accountability means under Texas law.
That says you're supposed to pay $768 a month, okay? So I do have some questions about that in addition to this new evidence that she brought in. Now, you said an assistant uses your account.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
Your Honor, I'm a local rapper. That's how I do shows and stuff.
Okay.
Concerts, YouTube.
The discussion shifts to health insurance. Cotty admits he doesn't have private coverage. He jokes, thinking Obamacare ended, only to receive a firm correction from Judge Vonda. Mercy, who already provides health insurance, is reimbursed $150 monthly. The judge explains that if Cotty ever secures his own plan, the support amount could adjust. But for now, the current arrangement remains. Beneath the legal talk lies a deeper issue: Cotty's lack of understanding about basic parental responsibilities. The courtroom atmosphere tightens as Judge Vonda's patience grows thin.
Spotify, that's how I make my money. It all equals out to about $60,000 a year.
Okay.
As an organization, we have a label that I created back in the Gap, and we do fundraisers on the weekend. We do like bake sales, and we sell baked goods. That's not taxable income because I was trying to tell her that's for the business. That's not for me personal.
More bacon.
Judge Vonda takes a moment to address both parties. She reminds them that this isn't about who's winning or losing, it's about the children's well-being. Mercy nods but can't hide her lingering irritation. Cotty smirks, muttering small jokes under his breath. The judge quickly calls it out. "Don't be sorry, just don't do it," she says firmly. The room quiets. In this courtroom, discipline rules above emotion. Both parents are reminded that they came here for one purpose: to ensure their children are cared for, not to settle old grudges.
And just on the weekend.
It's my business.
Excuse
but
you.
It's
I'm
sorry, Your Honor.
One second, Mr. Cotty. Excuse you.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. Okay? All right, give him an opportunity to speak. He let you speak.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, so we bake goods, and I wasn't aware that this is Marissa, but
When Judge Vonda asks why Mercy returned to court, she replies simply, "He's not paying enough," but her voice carries more than financial frustration. It's disappointment. The judge flips through old notes from their last hearing, recalling Mercy's earlier statements and Cotty's absence. This time, however, both parents stand before her, offering the very different versions of the truth. For Judge Vonda, facts not feelings will decide the outcome. Every sigh, every smirk, every interruption becomes part of the story she must untangle before reaching her verdict.
So it is true. You were talking to Marissa.
well, I see my messages, but I have an assistant who runs my account. I can't be doing those day-to-day things. I got other things that I like to tend to throughout the day.
All right? So this additional money that are on your captions on social media, is that you speaking?
The courtroom becomes a quiet battlefield of words. Cotty explains that his social media posts reflect promotional work for his label, not personal bragging. But the judge pushes back. If it's posted under your name, it represents you. His defense weakens. Mercy interjects again, unable to resist a jab. Judge Vonda has seen this dynamic before to people more focused on defeating each other than solving problems. The case, though centered on money, reveals a bigger issue: communication breakdown. What once was partnership has turned into courtroom warfare.
Or is that your assistant?
That's my assistant speaking on my behalf.
So it is true.
It's my assistant speaking on my behalf.
Mr. Cotty, you show up to court for the first time today, and the first thing you want to do is waste my time.
No, Your Honor. No.
Please
no.
do not come in here and waste my time. It's a very straightforward question. If they're
Cotty's tone changes. He grows defensive, claiming Mercy only wants more money out of jealousy. Judge Vonda doesn't let it slide. This court doesn't deal in jealousy, sir. Only in facts. The air stiffens. Mercy looks down, unsure whether to respond. For a moment, the judge pauses, sensing that beneath their bickering lies unresolved pain. But emotions aside, numbers must rule. The court must calculate income, obligations, and fairness. Yet everyone knows no number can fix the bitterness between these two former partners.
on your behalf, that means what they are posting is true. Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. So it is true then. You're making the additional money, but you're saying it's for an organization?
Correct. Fundraiser.
Okay. All right. So not personal.
Yes.
Is it under any type of LLC or anything like that?
Sole proprietorship.
The topic shifts to accountability. Judge Vonda emphasizes that parenthood isn't a performance, it's a lifelong duty. Cotty nods but seems distant, perhaps realizing how his choices have consequences beyond social media likes. Mercy, meanwhile, tries to hold back tears. The courtroom has become more than a legal stage, it's a mirror reflecting their failures and responsibilities. As the judge methodically reviews the financial breakdown, the audience can sense the tension transforming into quiet resignation. The truth, though painful, is unavoidable.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. He's saying that that money is not going to him personally. It's for a business.
Do you know about the label, Your Honor?
Do you know about the label?
I know that they have a name.
It's a yes or no.
Vonda then turns to a critical point: net resources. She explains that unless Cotty provides documents proving his business income is separate, it counts as part of his personal earnings. Cotty listens intently, realizing too late the importance of paperwork. Mercy's earlier catfishing stunt, while questionable, may have exposed real financial inconsistencies. Yet, the judge reminds her justice isn't about trickery. It's about truth. Mercy's methods, though revealing, risk undermining her credibility in the eyes of the court.
Yes, but no.
Don't hate, just say
Okay,
it.
what does that even mean? Yes, but no.
They're like a group of people who give themselves a title, but are they a legitimate label? That I don't know.
She's been to the concerts, Your Honor. Front row.
Right, but me and my homegirls, we call ourselves something and we're not a label, so.
Okay. Well, I guess.
The energy shifts again when Cotty admits to 5 children in total, 3 from previous relationships. So with Mercy, the courtroom murmurs softly. The judge notes this detail carefully. Multiple child support orders affect income calculations. Cotty, perhaps unknowingly, just complicated his own case. Mercy looks shocked, though she'd hinted at this before. It's a sobering reminder that behind every courtroom figure lies a web of lives, connected by responsibility, emotion, and financial strain. Judge Vonda remains unshaken, focused only on the law.
Let me ask this question. Do you have access to private health insurance?
No, Your Honor, I just go to the hospital when I need to go.
Can you get access to health insurance coverage? Because right now you're reimbursing her $150 for coverage.
I thought they ended Obamacare.
Okay, so this is the way it works. That's not private health insurance.
Oh.
Mercy requests an increase to $1. 0 per child, a total of $2,000 monthly. The judge raises an eyebrow. That's not how it works, she explains. Child support isn't wishful thinking, it's mathematical. Based on Cotty's declared income, the law caps support amounts regardless of lifestyle. The courtroom quiets as the judge calculates figures, her tone precise, her demeanor calm. Mercy's demand may feel justified, but numbers tell a colder story. In family court, emotion rarely wins against the arithmetic of fairness.
Private health insurance is something that you have and that you pay for every month. That's what she's doing.
Oh.
The children have to be covered.
How much that cost?
Well, it depends on what program you want to put them under. Right now, she's paying them $150. If you can find something cheaper than that, that would be an option. But if not, it's best to leave.
Vonda begins breaking down the financial puzzle. She explains that under Texas law, child support is based on net income, not gross exaggerations from social media. Cotty nods, half listening, while Mercy shifts impatiently. The judge highlights that Cotty's combined income already hits the statutory cap. In other words, even if he earns more through his music or bake sales, his payments can't increase proportionally. Mercy's expression drops. The law isn't bending her way this time. The court runs on logic, not emotions, and Judge Vonda makes that crystal clear.
The children under her health insurance plan and just reimburse her, which is what you're currently doing.
So another $150 on top of what I already pay?
No, the $150 is included in that. Without the $150, it comes out to roughly $618. Including that is $768. So if you were to provide health insurance privately for the children, you would just pay.
As the numbers are finalized, the judge looks directly at Mercy. You knew about his baking business, she says. You knew it wasn't personal income. The courtroom grows quiet. Mercy's shoulders sink. Her own words now weaken her case. It becomes clear her return to court wasn't entirely about the kids. The judge senses something deeper, frustration, maybe revenge. While Cotty smirks slightly, Judge Vonda quickly shuts him down too. Both parents are reminded that in this courtroom, truth isn't about winning. It's about fairness and accountability.
That amount, but your child support would be dropped down to a lesser amount.
Your Honor, she don't even take the kids to the doctor. I'm the one always taking them to the doctor, taking them to the dentist.
When?
When they sick.
Because I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay, so.
But you's on social media though.
Do the children live with you?
Might as well say it.
Cotty sits back, relieved yet cautious. For the first time, he senses the case turning in his favor. Mercy looks defeated, yet the judge's words pierce through his relief. You're not off the hook, she warns. Your taxes, your records, get them in order. Cotty nods respectfully. The lesson is clear. Success on social media means nothing if your finances are a mess. The court acknowledges both his effort to show up and his failure to prepare. In Judge Vonda's courtroom, showing up late is better than never but never good enough.
It's a yes or no.
I would like to say, well, no, but they always over there.
Okay. So the children primarily live with her, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so that means she would be the one that is entitled to receive the child support from you. And it is based strictly off of your net resources.
Tone softens slightly as Judge Vonda reflects on the children. At the center of this chaos, she reminds both parents that while they argue over money, their children need time, attention, and peace. They didn't ask to be in this, she says calmly. Mercy wipes her eyes. Cotty looks down. For a brief moment, the tension fades. The court isn't just about punishment, it's about perspective. Judge Vonda's approach turns this heated dispute into a quiet call for maturity, one both parents desperately need to hear.
So, by your own admission, you make more money. However, you're saying it is for your business. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you bring in the paperwork from your sole proprietorship, like the tax return or anything like that, to show that this is money that is actually not?
But just as calm settles, Cotty jokes under his breath. She's still mad 'cause I showed up, he says with a smirk. The courtroom erupts with quiet laughter, quickly silenced by the judge's stern glance. Mercy glares, the judge sighs. This isn't entertainment, she warns. The reality of court hits again, every word counts. Cotty's humor might lighten the moment, but it also reveals how lightly he takes serious matters. Judge Vonda doesn't miss it. She's seen too many parents hide a responsibility behind charm and jokes.
Taxable towards you, but to the business.
I didn't know I was supposed to bring that today, Your Honor.
All right. You got served. Did you read the paperwork you were served with?
I was at my concert. Guy handed me a piece of paper I was performing. That's about it.
So the answer is no, probably.
Correct.
Okay. Well, within that paperwork, when you're served, it tells you your
The hearing resumes. Judge Vonda asks if either parent has additional questions. Mercy starts to speak, but the judge cuts her off. She's already said enough. Cotty shakes his head, whispering, "No questions, Your Honor." The judge nods approvingly. She then summarizes her ruling. Child support remains $768 per month, including the $150 for insurance reimbursement. The decision is final unless new, valid evidence emerges. The courtroom is quiet again. For both parents, this isn't a victory, it's a wake-up call about what responsibility truly means.
Coming to court today, and these are some documents that you need to bring with you. Now, granted, everybody doesn't bring them, but that's how you would have been able to prove that the money that's been posted on your social media that you have admitted to is additional income, but it's for the business, not for your person. Because if you don't do...
Mercy's frustration simmers. Her plan to expose Cotty's hidden wealth didn't yield the results she expected. The catfishing, once her proudest move, now feels like overreach. The judge's words echo in her mind, "You can't play with unclean hands." It's a statement that cuts deep. Mercy realizes that in trying to catch Cotty in a lie, she stepped into one herself. The courtroom isn't a stage for revenge. It's a mirror that reflects everyone's choices, and today, both sides see their reflections more clearly than ever before.
It looks like all of that is going into your pocket. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, with all due respect, I ain't filed my taxes about 3-4 years, so how does that work?
Okay, that's between you and the IRS. That doesn't have anything to do with me.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, so...
Cotty leaves his smirk behind as Judge Vonda speaks once more. "You've got 5 children, sir. They all depend on you." The words carry weight. He nods, humbled. For the first time, there's sincerity in his voice as he says, "I'll take care of my kids." It's not a grand promise, just a simple statement. The judge gives a faint nod. Her courtroom isn't about perfect parents, it's about growth, responsibility, and facing consequences. Cotty may not have won, but perhaps he finally understands.
Anywho, so this is what we're going to do. Until you bring something in here that shows this income is not yours, your person, it is for your business, Texas law says that it's a net resource. So it has to be included in your gross. Do you understand what that means?
Judge Vonda finalizes the paperwork. Her assistant hands her the files. She signs deliberately, ensuring every number matches the record. Mercy watches silently, her earlier fire replaced by quiet reflection. Cotty folds his hands, staring into space. For both, the courtroom silence feels heavier than words. Justice has spoken not cruelly, not kindly, but fairly. The judge closes the file and looks up, reminding them one last time, children don't care who wins, they care who shows up. The lesson lingers like an echo in the room.
What if I stop doing my fundraisers?
Well, you're currently doing it, right? Even if you stop doing your fundraisers, people do that all the time. You have to know, I have seen and heard that before. People will come in here, find out that the additional money that they're making on the side is going to be included in their child support, and they no longer want to do it. But guess what? You're still going to pay child.
The courtroom. The contrast is clear. Mercy's determination has dimmed, replaced by thoughtfulness. Cotty's casual confidence has softened into awareness. In many ways, both walked in hoping to prove something but left realizing how much they still need to learn. Family court isn't about fame, finances, or feelings, it's about accountability. The gavel may have fallen, but its sound carries beyond the walls, reminding every parent watching, child support is more than a payment, it's a promise to your children's future.
Support based off of it.
So I can't quit.
Oh, you can quit. It's just not going to do anything in your child support. Okay. You understand that?
I got you.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. Why are you smiling so hard?
Gotcha. No, I'm just kidding.
Got him what?
Finally to show up and take care of his kids.
Looking back through the proceedings, it's easy to see where everything went wrong. Mercy's choice to catfish Cotty blurred moral lines, while Cotty's casual neglect of his financial duties painted a different kind of irresponsibility. Judge Vonda stood in the middle, balancing emotion with evidence, compassion with law. She didn't just mediate a case, she exposed a reality. When parents let ego lead, children lose. The final judgment wasn't about money. It was about maturity and whether either parent was ready to rise above pettiness.
New evidence, and it triggers a material and substantial change, she can.
Every month, every year?
No, a material and substantial change doesn't happen like that, right? Now you win the lottery tomorrow, that's a material and substantial change. But I really don't like that you over there smiling like that. You still like him?
No.
I can't tell.
Throughout this case, one message rings true. Truth without integrity is useless. Mercy had information, but her methods were tainted. Cotty had excuses, but no proof. Judge Vonda's wisdom shines as she dismantles both narratives, leaving only facts behind. In her courtroom, justice isn't dramatic, it's deliberate. She reminds everyone that being a parent means showing consistency, not perfection. As the day closes, the lesson stands. Deception and deflection may buy time, but they never buy trust.
Listen to his
You know
music.
Y'all even color coordinated. Y'all have the same patterns on. You
Think she's
both
spying
have
on me, Your
black
Honor.
shirts.
Oh
Think
my
she's
God.
spying on me.
What's that about? Is there something you all want to tell me today?
Go ahead, make your confession.
I don't
Since
have
we're here.
anything to say.
I don't
Thank
know,
you, Your
Judge.
Honor.
I take good care of my kids, Royce and Rose.
His attempt to control the narrative backfires. Her tears in court seem less about injustice and more about disappointment. For Cotty, his laughter fades as the weight of 5 children's needs becomes real. Judge Vonda doesn't need to scold them anymore, the silence does that for her. It's the kind of silence that teaches better than any punishment could. Both parents, once loud with accusations, now leave in quiet reflection. The verdict may not have changed their payments, but it might just change their perspective.
Well, all I say is this. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's it.
And I got 3 other kids.
Oh yeah, she did mention that you had 5 kids total. As long as are you on child support for those other children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So this is what we are going to do. Based on that additional income, you actually kind of max out.
Viewers, this case serves as a reminder that social media is not evidence of reality. Behind the captions and photos lie complicated lives, unpaid taxes, and unspoken pain. Mercy believed online bravado would expose Cotty's wealth. Instead, it revealed how perception and truth rarely align. Judge Vonda's steady approach cuts through illusion, focusing on what's proven, not posted. In the end, the only numbers that matter are those tied to responsibility, income, care, and commitment. Everything else is just noise in the feed.
I'll tell her.
His income maxes out, okay? Do you understand what that means?
No.
All right, so that means that although he has that additional money that you saw, that does not mean you're going to get 15% of all of that money. Okay. All right, so what were you?
Judge Vonda's courtroom isn't just about rulings, it's about restoring order. She reminds both parents that justice doesn't play favorites. Mercy's clever tactics earned scrutiny, not sympathy. Connie's charm and excuses brought warnings, not relief. Still, both were given something more valuable than a legal decision, a chance to do better. As the case closes, Judge Vonda offers a simple truth that resonates far beyond the bench. You can't control what the other parent does, but you can control what kind of parent you choose to be.
Thinking his child support should have been, so I can tell you it's not that.
I just thought a smooth 1,000 would be substantial.
You
for
thought
both
1,000?
of the kids together.
Oh, so 2,000 each.
No, 1,000 total.
Oh, 1,000 each, 2,000 total.
I mean, that'll work too.
Okay. So yeah, this is what we're...
By the end, the emotional tension gives way to quiet acceptance. Mercy and Cotty leave the courtroom walking separate paths, but sharing one reality. They must co-parent under the same law. Judge Vonda's ruling wasn't about punishment. It was about balance. Through every interruption, every excuse, she kept the focus where it belonged, the children. The case of Mercy versus Cotty will be remembered not for its drama, but for its lesson that love, even when broken, still demands responsibility.
No, these kids are very expensive.
No, I don't disagree that children are very expensive. However, you can't play with unclean hands.
Toxic.
You know, excuse me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Excuse me. Now, I got on to her about being petty. Let's not do that.
My bad. I apologize, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. All right? So, you can't play with unclean hands. You come in here.
As viewers, we see more than just a legal battle. We see the people trapped in pride, misunderstanding, and pain. Mercy's persistence showed her love for her children, but also her impatience. Cotty's humor masked insecurity and neglect. Judge Vonda's composure became the anchor that steadied the chaos. Every sigh, every raised eyebrow, every pause had purpose. Through her measured words, the courtroom became a classroom teaching accountability, truth, and emotional control in a world where too many parents forget both.
You say he didn't show up to court, he's not taking care of these kids, and you know about the bacon business. You know that it makes additional money on the side. So this is what I'm going to do. I am not going to make him pay child support at that higher amount, because based on what he said and based on...
Story of Mercy versus Cotty reveals a broader truth about family disputes. It's never truly about the money, it's about validation. Mercy wanted acknowledgement. Cotty wanted respect. Both used money as their battleground. Judge Vonda's ruling stripped away those illusions, forcing them to see the human cost of their conflict. The courtroom might close, but the work continues, raising children, rebuilding trust, and learning humility. True justice isn't found in a payment order. It's found in changed behavior.
You said it's not income for him personally. It's income for his business, okay? So what we are going to do, though, is have you carry the health insurance. Now, you said you can get access. You don't have access to it right now, but you can put them under a health insurance plan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so put them on.
The courtroom empties. The judge takes a quiet moment to reflect. Another day, another case, another lesson in human behavior. She's not just enforcing the law, she's guiding people toward growth. For Mercy and Cotty, the gavel symbolizes closure, but also a new beginning. The cameras fade, yet the message endures. Court orders don't raise children, parents do. And until both realize that, they'll keep coming back to rooms like this, seeking legal answers to emotional wounds.
Without pointing the finger back at yourself.
You're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right. Now, Is there anything further? No?
No.
Okay, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, if there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
All right.
Hope you don't have any plans this weekend. You're babysitting.
Babysit his own kids. Okay.
Another powerful session of support court with Judge Vaughn to be concludes. Justice was served not through punishment, but through perspective. Mercy and Cotty leave changed, their futures uncertain, but their responsibilities clear. For viewers, it's a reminder that every choice, every post, every action has consequences. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into truth, trust, and accountability. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real courtroom stories right here on Judge Bench, where justice always takes the stand. 3 stories, 3 verdicts, each one a reminder that justice isn't just about law, it's about humanity. From peace to chaos, from deception to redemption, these courtroom moments prove that truth always finds its way to the surface. Thank you for watching Judge Bench, where real stories meet real justice. If you believe in truth, fairness, and second chances, like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more powerful cases that reveal the heart behind every verdict.